I've heard it on David Joyce shows and on Jason Clayton's show and some of the others. So just look in there and see if you can find
mainstream media,
for folks.
Government cover-ups.
Okay,
you want answers?
David, let's continue.
Well,
I'm
so
glad
does
you're
he.
focused in.
He's
on
Alex
this
Jones
but you're
on
so
the
deep in
GCN Radio Network.
I understand
And
tens of
now,
millions in the
live
U.S.
from Austin, Texas,
hundreds of millions, maybe
Alex
a million
Jones.
worldwide, are somewhat awake now, to a deeper understanding. But I think we need to continue trying to broadcast with the new mass of people we've woken up. If they continue the process of just trying to get the mind-controlled zombies to be taken out of the Matrix pod,
September 15th,
then we can go to the next level. So I think we should simultaneously resist and say no, and get others to say no,
Again,
but
in the fourth hour today, we'll be looking at
educate and
kidnapping
expose.
services
or
the
I'm not
private international banking
cartels,
eugenics service.
I know you're not saying that. I'm saying
to destroy the family and ruin as many people's lives as possible, and to put more than two-thirds of children on deadly psychotropic drugs. That's what they do.
Just the numbers are getting greater.
So we'll be talking about that then. In the interim, wide open the phones today. We'll be talking about a lot of issues. Pakistan fires at U.S. helicopters as things escalate there. Lehman Brothers files for bankruptcy and emergency reorganization. Wall Street awakens to two-storied firms failing, not just Lehman Brothers, burdened by $60 billion in soured real estate holdings, filing Chapter 11 a bankruptcy petition in U.S. bankruptcy court after attempts to rescue the 158-year-old failed firm. Bank of America Corp.
Absolutely. Let me see if this is the clip right here.
Private family shareholders, so they control the government. They can issue themselves all the liquidity they want. Is snapping up Merrill Lynch and Co. for $50 billion all-stock transaction. We are seeing the beginning of the Great Depression right now.
I've actually got it up on screen.
Unlike the Great Depression, you're being put on the tab for all of it. And the paramilitary police forces will
things are accelerating at every level, and the evil, even though I consciously knew that they were going to do this, and I intellectually knew all this would be happening, it's still amazing and shocking to be here and to see the awakening happening that we foresaw.
Hell with the rest of us.
And that you foresaw.
Rogers says the dollar to lose world reserve status.
Croatia last week.
Greenback sinks following news of Lehman Brothers bankruptcy. With the Greenbank plummeting after the news of Lehman Brothers bankruptcy, top investor Jim Rogers predicts the dollar will lose its status as the world reserve currency and as a result of buying more gold despite a recent fall in price.
Stay there, we're coming back live. I want to hear about this. Sorry to interrupt. We have to go back live to full audience.
Protecting themselves,
no problem.
and literally taking over almost all the real assets in the world in the process. Before they did that, and this is just the beginning, they had to first drive down some of the commodities and drive down gold so that they could buy up more of it for themselves during the interim, and that's what's been happening.
We're not inflation lands. We're human beings made in the image of the Creator. We are amazing, dynamic creatures. Stop groveling in the dirt for jewels and goblets and cars. Start caring about liberty and freedom. That's what generates all that wealth.
Hamburgers called
That's why the enemies of freedom came here to take it over.
Just restaurants
the
closing down all
birthplace of modern liberty. England and the United States. Rothschilds took over there and 1815 totally,
like Austin, Texas, and San
they've taken over here in 1913, and they're running us directly into the ground. David Icke, for the behind-the-scenes folks that were listening at InfoWars.com, watching on PrisonPlanet.tv, started telling a story of landing in Croatia, and it was like we were at a spaceport. It's the same thing. I'm sent photos every day in Russia, in Germany, in Czech Republic, in Japan, bridges with InfoWars.com on it, Australia, and then I go on Russian TV, Iranian TV, other foreign TV, Japanese TV comes and interviews me, and it's like they're falling over themselves, going, "Oh, everyone loves you in our country. Oh, everyone is waking up to the New World Order. May I have your autograph?" And it's presenters on TV, and I'm just one guy in this, so I can't imagine what happened to you in Croatia. Tell us about it.
Well, it was just incredible. I mean,
possibly 1,000 banks
will close. Information out, and then you put more information out the next day, and more information out the next day. You don't really understand.
In an exclusive interview with CNBC, Wilbur Ross, chairman and CEO of W.L. Ross, and says he sees possibility of 1,000 bank closures in coming months, and this will create opportunities for investors.
An airport or a space station because it was like a different planet, And what it was, Alex, it was
snapping up all the slave goods. They'll be right back. Wide open
suppression of information in the mainstream media because I was on mainstream television with being interviewed by mainstream journalists
Alex Jones
read my stuff and are aware of the information. I was in the main Sunday newspaper, 2 pages about the information in which the writer said, having seen it put together, I think it's right. I think there is a global conspiracy. I think this is happening. Mainstream journalists. I was in their version of Time magazine, called Globus magazine.
You know what's going on
3 pages about this information. And I was everywhere, and not because of me,
what's
but
being
because
discussed on the Sunday news shows and on the 24-hour news cable networks.
Once people start to see the dots connected,
Sarah Palin
apparently
and her
bewildering,
daughter's boyfriend,
impossible to fathom,
makes total sense.
Starts to make sense,
and it's playing the men off against the women and black off against white.
Repetitive. We
all this
really
balkanization,
have
2 different
candidates that they've given us, Barack Obama. What are we going to do about it?
And they've got to realize
ourselves every day.
Of course, and they've got to realize
every day what
Sarah
have we
Palin,
contributed today
both of them
to bringing an end to this
for the soap opera mentality,
this enormously quickening move now to this Orwellian state. And what have we done
war
to inform more people of what's going on? Because there's nothing more important.
John McCain, doesn't matter if he's for total amnesty for illegal aliens, open borders, gun control, warmongering, 100-year wars, domestic police states. He says he wants to use the U.S. military on the streets to fight crime. They don't even deny now that they're going to use the military against the American people.
This is the time, folks. This is the window for the enemy and for humanity. This is it, and it's only going to intensify for the next decade, and then that's going to decide the future destiny of humanity. We are at the crossroads. They try to use fake Christianity
Human Services
to neutralize the majority of Christians.
As our
saviors. There's nothing you can do. The devil's coming. Don't warn anybody. Just wait to be raptured.
And
that is designed to make you sit out.
And
they
then
get the Buddhists to sit out thinking, it's all the will of the singularity of the universe. All these mainline religions, and I'm not attacking them, I'm saying what the New World Order's done with them is turned them into excuses to lay there and lay down and take it. You need to be active in this one time to live, in this key time that we are alive. What David Icke is saying here is absolutely true. The power you have right now with blogs and emails and calling into shows and talking to people on the street and picketing and going to city council and saying no to the system and making little internet films or big internet films. The power that so many well-to-do people who sat on the sidelines and said, "I'm going to see what happens." I know you're right about this, but I'm going to see what happens. Before we went to break, David, you brought up a key area. People in the middle and upper strata of the New World Order are going, "My God, they really do plan to kill 80% or more. My God, they really are putting sodium fluoride in the water to brain damage people. My God, they really are," and it's all coming out. And so people are really starting to find out in the system. What do they do? What's your advice to not just the grassroots, but say a police captain?
We're going to deal with him.
This is a key area because you've got the pyramid,
is a foundation control candidate
and then you've got the masses of the people in society at the bottom. But between those points,
a Marxist-Leninist system
middle management of the pyramid, which is
and rob the middle class and transfer it to the banking elite.
Dictated from above, but
and John McCain is going to do the exact same thing, just with different nomenclature, different
and what they're actually contributing to. And they have children and grandchildren who are going to have to live and face the consequences of them doing nothing.
I'm trying
to do. And like I say, in the last little while, I've talked to some of these people, and they've gone, hold on a second, I think I've realized what I've been contributing to all
9 years ago, and
now, this is the level, but if they start to rebel, if they start to refuse, if they start to question, if they start, my goodness me, to speak out publicly and say, I know this is happening as I'm on the inside, and I can tell you this, if they start to do that,
to tell you that Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac were going to go
thrown in the works because
to tell you it was a fraud, it was a Ponzi scheme, a black
manipulating,
hole,
and they
the real scam is now happening. You're seeing
and control
more
each other
theft
and to imprison
in
each
the
other.
months that have passed and the months and years to come than you ever saw in all the history
of
financial speculation and chicanery and
ludicrous laws that come straight out of Nazi Germany.
You see,
then the system
quote,
can't
bailing
function.
out
And
the
people
home loans, that's only the tip
in
of the
mainstream
iceberg.
society who are not in those
That's
positions
just a few $100 billion. But see, it
start to get
cascades into
together
the fact
on a mass
that
campaign of
those